Welcome to today's video on the debt-free boomerang, deciding whether moving back in with family can accelerate your journey out of high-interest consumer debt. We'll unpack the financial realities, the risks, and a step-by-step protocol to make it work without burning bridges. To keep things interactive, we'll also include a couple of quick quizzes. First, let's preview what's coming up. Here's our roadmap. We'll begin with why this strategy can work and the core financial reality behind it. Next, we'll weigh risks and rewards, then cover the adult boomerang protocol for boundaries and timelines. After that, we'll break down the numbers, walk through a decision flow, set a practical timeline, and test your understanding with short quizzes. Now, before we dive in, a brief but important disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. Converting a primary residence to a rental can trigger local permitting, insurance, and tax considerations. Your situation is unique, so speak with a qualified professional before acting. With that covered, let's move into the financial reality check. If you're carrying more than $50,000 in high-interest consumer debt, the slope is against you, and time is not your friend. The core move here is to prioritize cash flow. By converting your primary residence into a rental, you can potentially produce $1,000 to $2,000 of net income per month. In parallel, by moving in with family temporarily, you might eliminate roughly $1,700 per month in housing costs. Combined, this can unlock over $40,000 annually that can be redirected toward crushing toxic debt. The key is using aggressive cash flow to outrun compounding interest. Next, we'll establish rules so this doesn't become an open-ended stay that harms relationships or derails your plan. Treat moving back in as a constrained mission, not a vacation. Start by setting a strict timeline of 12 to 24 months and agree on house rules that protect privacy and shared spaces. Clarify contributions such as token rent, utilities, groceries, or chores, so value flows both ways. Establish a payment cadence and automate weekly or bi-weekly lump sum debt payments. Define exit criteria that include your target debt balance, a minimum emergency fund, and a specific move-out date. Finally, schedule monthly check-ins with your family to catch issues early, and put agreements in writing to prevent misunderstandings. With the rules set, let's quantify the numbers to see the potential impact. Here's a simple example of the cash flow impact. If you eliminate $1,700 per month by moving in with family and generate $1,000 of net rental income, you're already at $2,700 per month. Add in $650 from lifestyle cuts, and you reach $3,350 per month, or a little over $40,000 per year that can be redirected to debt. Your exact numbers will vary, but the framework helps you see how quickly this can change your trajectory. Now let's map a decision flow to help you determine whether this is a fit for you. This flowchart walks through key decision gates. First, confirm that your consumer debt is truly high interest and substantial. If not, a less aggressive plan might suffice. Next, verify that your property can realistically produce positive net income after all costs, not just gross rent. Then, assess whether family support and boundaries are feasible for a limited time window. Finally, ensure you can document agreements and hold at least a basic emergency reserve. If any checkpoint fails, it routes you to alternatives like selling, refinancing, house hacking, or downsizing. If all gates pass, you proceed with the boomerang protocol and automated debt payments. With the decision framework set, let's pause for a quick quiz. Question: which debt should be prioritized first in this strategy? Options: A. High-interest credit cards and personal loans. B. Low-rate fixed mortgages. Car loan at 2.9% APRD. Speculative investments like crypto. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is high-interest credit cards and personal loans. These balances compound quickly and carry significant risk, so eliminating them first provides the largest guaranteed return. Next, let's explore the risks and the safeguards that make this approach sustainable. Converting a primary residence into a rental introduces real risks. Tenant management adds complexity, vacancy can erode gains, and property damage or legal issues can be costly. To mitigate these, screen tenants diligently, use strong leases, maintain 3 to 6 months of reserves, schedule routine inspections, and ensure you have appropriate landlord insurance. Also, understand local laws and reporting requirements. With risks outlined, let's stack the pros and cons side by side. On the plus side, this approach can unlock significant cash flow, accelerate debt payoff, improve your credit profile, and compress the time to regain independence. On the downside, you sacrifice privacy, assume landlord responsibilities, must carefully manage family dynamics, and face vacancy, repair, tax, and legal risks. If the trade-off still makes sense, let's shift into a focused action plan to execute the first 90 days well. Here's a 90-day launch plan. In month 1, validate your rental numbers, formalize house rules, and build at least a 1 to 2 month emergency reserve. In month 2, list the property, screen tenants thoroughly, finalize the lease, and move in with family while enabling automatic debt payments and trimming subscriptions. In month 3, focus on execution, make weekly lump sum payments, track every expense, and hold your first family check-in to adjust course. With your sprint defined, let's visualize the full 24-month path to debt freedom. This timeline maps 6 phases across 24 months. The first month is preparation and reserves. Months 2 and 3 cover tenant onboarding and moving in with family. Months 4 through 12 are the heavy lift, with aggressive payments and monthly check-ins. Around month 12, you reassess progress. Months 13 through 20 target the remaining high-interest balances while growing your emergency fund toward 3 months. Finally, months 21 through 24 finish reserves to 3 to 6 months, plan your move-out, and redirect former debt payments to investments or mortgage principal. Before we wrap, let's confirm the math with a quick calculation. Question: if you cut $1,700 per month in housing and add $1,000 per month in net rental income, how much extra can you redirect to debt annually? Options: A. $12,000, B. $20,400, C. $32,400, D. $40,800. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is $32,400. You get this by adding $1,700 and $1,000 to reach $2,700 per month, then multiplying by 12. With the math confirmed, let's cement the most important takeaways. Here are the key points. First, speed of cash flow is critical when battling high-interest debt. Second, a strict 12 to 24-month timeline with exit criteria keeps the mission focused. Third, written boundaries and contributions protect relationships. Fourth, reduce landlord risk with screening, reserves, and proper insurance. Fifth, automation sustains momentum through frequent, sizable payments. Now, let's summarize and bring it home. In summary, converting your primary home to a rental while moving in with family can redirect $30,000 to $40,000 or more per year toward high-interest debt. Attack toxic balances first. Manage risks with reserves and strong leases, and treat the move as a focused mission. This temporary discomfort can buy back your independence much faster, especially if you keep the disciplined habits after you move out. To close, here's a quick invitation. Thanks for watching. If this was valuable, please like, share, and subscribe, and tell us in the comments what your 12 to 24-month goal is and what step you'll take this week. Your insights may help someone else commit to their own debt-free boomerang journey.